Let's just kind of do a scan of the car, see if anybody hops on. All right, we got about 4 people on. What are we up to today?
Hey everybody, welcome to GenRight Motorsports. It's a little after 3 o'clock on Sunday, and we're over here working on the 4500 class car that Peter's going to be driving. This is Jordan's original modified class car, and Peter has completely restored it, and they had it out yesterday running it. So now they're going through and fine-tuning a bunch of stuff. This is normal for racing kind of prep, and yeah, I mean, it's so far it's looking good. We went over a bunch of stuff, and
yeah, I mean the car did great. We're just making some a few tweaks for our personal preference, and Peter's over there working like a madman, getting me set up for the GPS, the GPS change. Richard Jedlowski says hi, Tony, Jeff, and the GenRight team. We got Danny Ashley on as well.
Nice.
So,
if you guys aren't familiar with this car, this has got a Curry 60 in the front and a 70 in the rear, exactly like the ones that we sell to our Jeep customers. These have been trussed. There's a couple little additional things to them, but it's our standard 3-link in the front and 4-link in the rear. This does have about a 650 horsepower LS in it. And
it goes.
It goes, yeah. It has a rear radiator. Obviously, it's a little bit lighter than a regular Jeep. So if there's been weight added by additional frame structure, it's been taken away in other areas that have got aluminum panels. So this is a coilover and bypass front and rear as per the rules. And this is our legend kit. So we used our double triangulated rear cross member and our 3-link front. It's our standard legend kit in here. It's got our rockers on just like everybody else would run, your Tracer style rockers. And then it's got a fuel cell in the back, about a 20-gallon fuel cell. And then, of course, the spare tire fits into the back of the frame real nicely.
And we have gotten a lot of questions. Yeah, we're on the NTZs right now, but we do plan to race on the Baja Boss. We just needed a 37 to pre-run with, and it was possibly our fault. We thought of it a little late. So we had to go grab these to pre-run on 37, Mickey Thompson. So, yep. Let's see.
What other questions we got?
We don't have any questions right now. What are you doing, Peter?
Hey everyone, we went out yesterday with the GPS we had prior, smaller, older GPS. And one of the big things about running in King of the Hammers, of course, is finding the course, the race course. It's not marked with a big, nice white line down the middle. You have to navigate.
Yeah.
So we are upgrading to a newer, faster Lawrence system, and we're leaving room over here to the left for a lead nav with a small little iPad mini or something. So we'll have both a primary and a secondary system. And you can see right here, we've got a Holley EFI. Went with a nice new 10-inch screen. They're very, very nice. It's a really, really cool looking setup, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Cool, cool. Well, it's looking good and it's running good. So, but we, when Tony likes to say in the lives, we eat, breathe, and live this stuff. It's a Sunday, and pretty much everybody's here working on something, which is pretty typical for a Sunday around here.
So Ari's Jeep just got fitted for our corner guards. They all just came back from paint. He's going to switch from his factory half doors over to our aluminum half doors. So it's getting a few upgrades while it's here. And he already had our aluminum roof, so it's otherwise just getting a few fluid changes and checked over, so it's ready to go out at KOH as well for pre-run.
Yep.
So aftershock, we just put some new shoes on it and made a couple changes in the steering. I also changed the link position, and we just finished installing our new corner guards on here as well. So they're, when they're paint match, it's so clean you can hardly even tell if it wasn't for the silver screws. So those are all stainless screws, and you know, by boxing this in like we did, this really creates a lot of strength back here instead of using the factory tail lights by going this route. So that's really cool.
What do we have right there?
So this is a tracer chassis that's being put together for this Jeep right here. Obviously still in the early stages. We're waiting for the engine, transmission, etc. But this is, you know, typical roller. Look at these bitchin' R1 huge brakes, almost 14-inch rotors. You know, the Curry 70 front and rear, Howe steering, King, IBP shocks. I mean, this has got, if you could put everything on your list as the top of the line, this is it. So 26-gallon fuel tank. This frame, after all the brackets got put on, it got sent out for powder coating, and this is absolutely done the right way. So it's gonna be sweet. Let's see. Let's walk on top of. Here's our 392 EXS we're working on. These guys are going to town. Jordan's working on Portal.
Yeah.
So say hi to everybody.
Howdy.
This is a tedious job, but it must be done correctly. They've learned a lot over the last couple of years about these portals, and they've pretty much got it dialed now. So these guys have been going non-stop, getting this car prepped. So they just put in a brand new radiator. They checked the fuel cell. They put in brand new batteries. The differentials are out right now getting serviced. Even little things like I just machined new bushings for the sway bar. We did a bunch of like polishing. These panels are brand new for letting extra heat out from the exhaust. And yeah, new hood, new pretty much everything. So Taylor's modifying the bottom area of the skid plate. It used to get caught, so they're beefing it up. And like I said, the front differential's out, the winch, the steering, all that stuff is out right now. They'll start putting all that back together. You can see a lot of the parts are over here. The brakes just got redone from R1. They take them and redo all the insides, new alternators, new everything, you know. So this is it's an important time for these guys that everything that goes together has to be 100% right. They will not take the car apart again. So they're modifying coolers. This is the transmission and rear differential cooler all in one, and that's the spare radiator there. So you can see once they clean it, they put the caps on, they make sure nothing gets inside there. So pretty cool. And here's all the suspension parts. So they've got a bunch of assembly to do. And the shocks are somewhere around here. I see them over there on the rack. So they all just got freshened up. So. Let's see, we'll walk over and I'll show you some of the stuff I'm doing on Terra Motor. So I've been putting on our new corn guards, just like for the JL, but on the JK now.
Those look nice.
Yeah, they do.
I haven't even seen them on
Yeah.
yet, so those
Looks
look
really
really
nice.
nice.
So fit is just incredibly good, and this corner was messed up in this area. So I was able to get everything to fit nice. And then on the passenger side, I have to cut this slightly larger to fit my quick fill. And if you guys have never seen this, this is really trick. If you don't have the quick fill, you just take this off and you go to the gas station and fill it up. So it's pretty nice. And that'll take 22 gallons in 30 seconds. So it's a really cool setup. So yeah, now what we'll do is we'll finish wrapping this to match so that it's just a base white, and then they'll wrap the red and the blue on there. Get that. If you didn't see, I just upgraded the wheels to the Raceline Avengers and put some new tires on. So we're just kind of going through the whole thing and getting it all dialed in to be pre-running out of KOH. And Jordan and I will use this vehicle to pre-run the entire race course. So it's how they mark all their GPS points and really make notes for the whole course. So there'll be 4 of us in here. So I'll be resetting the suspension. I'll be doing a bunch of stuff on this over the next couple of days and getting this just dialed in and ready to go.
So what most people don't realize, on race day, you're kind of in your own race because
Yeah. Beat Jordan
you're
to the next
and we have media people riding with Jordan. If a part needs to get to, or fluid needs to get to a pit, Tony's basically racing his own race in Terremoto, getting it there.
It is fun.
So while he's not racing it, you could say it's a tough week on Terremoto.
Yes, it is. Yeah, this poor thing will run a lot of miles. We go through a lot of fuel just getting everything done. So, yeah, I mean, this thing's been a workhorse for a lot of years, and it's got a fresh tranny, pretty fresh engine. Axles are pretty fresh, so I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Yeah, should be in the best shape it's been in a while since you raced KOH. So it was due.
Yeah. So yeah, this last year it got a lot because Jeff and I raced the PCI 300, and then we did our Real Hammers experience plus all the events that we always do. So.
And the PCI was extra hard on it because we weren't exactly set up to be racing then.
We weren't, and we didn't get the benefit of pre-running the course, so a lot of the time we were on the worst line. We just had to take it as it came.
Yeah.
Jamie's got the growler in here. He's been working on that. So I know they just did a bunch of stuff on it, so I think it's doing pretty good.
That should be good to pre-run too.
It was killing me not to be out at the Hammers with you guys yesterday. Running the 4500 car. So, but if you want to follow along, Peter and Jeff are racing together, and that's car 353, and he's one of the rookies for this year. So, by all means, follow along. He'll be pitting with us in our main garage tent and stopping in the pits at the Mickey Thompson big semi. So, yeah, he's one of the Mickey Thompson drivers and one of the GenRight drivers. So, pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, guys, we have a lot of work to do at the shop. We're all here working. We just wanted to kind of give you a glimpse of pretty much what we do most Sundays if we're not wheeling. So
it's quiet. We can actually get some work.
Yeah. So thanks for joining, guys.
All right. Take care.